Hello everybody, Ian speaking, thanks for tuning in. I'd like to share with you a great little story which makes me proud to be a radio ham, a radio amateur. This morning I was listening to a network on the 80 metre amateur radio band which a gentleman called Callum M0MCX is his call sign, has started doing at 11 o'clock every morning during the virus lockdown, and the idea is that elderly radio amateurs, people who share my hobby where you do a test and have a license and a call sign and can talk to people all over the world, elderly hams who are 70 plus and locked down in their houses are invited to call in at 11 o'clock in the morning and just have a little chat and let people know they're okay, and a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of company, and the possibility of help if they need it. So I was listening this morning, and a gentleman under the call sign of G1SWX, Golf 1 Sierra Whiskey X-Ray, called into the net, and he had a little bit of a problem with his food supply. And I'll pause now, and you can listen to the radio conversation between Callum and this gentleman called Chris.
G1SWX, Chris. Good day, Porter's Head. How are you?
Yes, good morning, Callum, and everybody. I'm speaking to G1SWX, Chris, in Porter's Head near Bristol. Lovely sunny day. Still trying to get groceries, but there you go. Running 100 watts from a Flex 6500 into an indoor magnetic loop. And you're about 5 and 8 to 5 and 9, Callum. Hope everybody's well. G1SWX.
Right, Chris, an indoor mag loop. That's tremendous. So well done for that. Now, I mean, have you got some supplies there over?
Still trying to get some, Callum.
Okay, is anybody helping you out?
I hope to get help in the next couple of days.
Okay, well, if not, look me up on QRZ, and I don't know, we'll have to send the troops round, Chris, if you're stuck. I mean, a couple of days, if you're out of everything, isn't very good. I mean, have you got some food there?
Bare essentials at the moment.
Okay, fine. And have you got any family nearby?
Not nearby. I have a brother who lives in Western Supermare, but he has the virus.
Bollocks, as they used to say in the military. All right, Chris, well, tune in tomorrow, and I'm sure if somebody's listening near Bristol, they can get in touch with you and just drop a Sainsbury's bag off or something, Chris. Right, so let's see if we can make that happen, guys. Tony, 2E0EQT, good morning.
Good morning, Callum. Good morning.
So there you go, folks. That was Chris, G1SWX, calling into the net, and I think you'll agree, having heard it, that he didn't sound to be in a great position. And well, myself and various other radio amateurs who were listening via their own radio equipment or listening to Callum's YouTube stream of the net, decided we needed to do something to help Chris out and make sure he was okay. So I suggested we got in touch with a group called RayNet. RayNet is the Radio Amateurs Emergency Network. It's a national voluntary organisation organised on a county-by-county basis where radio amateurs volunteer in the community to use their radios and their communications expertise to help local authorities and emergency services in times of disaster or major events where their own systems may become overwhelmed, or they could do with some additional lines of communication putting in between certain places to handle more humdrum traffic and allow their systems to deal with just the emergency situation itself. I used to be a member of the South Glamorgan RayNet group. I'm not a member now, but I know how to find contacts, and I got in touch with a chap called Mike, who's the controller of Bristol and Somerset RayNet group. And he did a sterling job getting in touch with the local council via the emergency planning officer and Portishead coronavirus support group. So the good news is Chris will be receiving a food parcel by the end of today. It also turns out he's an elderly gent, he's disabled, he lives on his own in a flat, He doesn't have much family around. His brother is a similar age and 15 miles away, and currently has coronavirus himself. So he wasn't in a great position, but it's all been sorted out. And I just wanted to share this with you to say I'm very proud to be a radio amateur, very proud of what our community did today, and a big shout out to Callum for running the net, which is a great idea. If anyone wants to listen to the net, go on YouTube. If you search for M0MCX, that's his call sign, you'll find his channel, or DX Commander is the name of a product he sells, and you'll be able to see the nets and the recordings and all the videos he does. He's an entertaining chap, and feel free to listen in. And indeed, if anyone wants to know more about being a radio amateur, just ask me. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.